Some number 2 hits are so iconic, they leave you wondering how they didn't reach the top of the charts, whether it's due to bad timing or being up against an equally massive track. Even the biggest songs can be blocked from the top spot. In this video, we'll look at 10 number 2 hits that should have been number 1. You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. Released in 2009 as the third single from Fearless, You Belong With Me became one of Taylor Swift's most beloved tracks, blending country and pop into a flawless anthem of nostalgic love. It was relatable, heartfelt, and had a music video that became an instant classic, featuring Taylor playing both the girl next door and the mean girl. Despite its popularity, it never reached the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Instead, it was held back by I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas, which dominated the summer of 2009. The song stayed at number 1 for 14 weeks, effectively preventing Taylor from claiming the top spot. But even without the number 1 label, You Belong With Me remains a career-defining song that catapulted Taylor to superstardom. Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. Bad Romance is often considered one of Lady Gaga's best songs, an iconic blend of electropop and industrial beats with her signature theatrical flair. Released in late 2009 as the lead single from the famed Monster, it took pop music to the next level, with an instantly recognizable rah-rah hook and an unforgettable music video. However, despite its cultural impact and success around the world, the song peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was blocked by Kesha's TikTok, which became a viral sensation and stayed at number 1 for 9 weeks. While Kesha's party anthem was undeniably fun, it's hard to think that Bad Romance never hit the top of the charts. Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. Miley's Party in the USA is the definition of a summer hit. Released in 2009, the song's upbeat vibe and catchy lyrics captured the feeling of carefree fun and became an instant classic. As a transitional moment in Miley's career, it completed her shift from her Disney Channel persona to a more mature pop star. Despite its popularity and constant radio play, the song was blocked from reaching number 1 by Jay Sean's Down featuring Lil Wayne. Remember that song? And remember Jay Sean? What happened to him? Down had a catchy club sound that dominated the charts in the fall of 2009, staying at number 1 for 2 weeks. While Down had his moment, Party in the USA remains a staple at celebrations, cookouts, and pretty much anywhere people want to feel good. It is the song that stood the test of time. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Bohemian Rhapsody, the operatic masterpiece by Queen, is easily one of the most iconic songs of all time. Released in 1975, the 6-minute epic defied every convention of pop music, having 3 songs in one. Freddie Mercury's vocals and the guitar solos helped make it a groundbreaking achievement in music. It is no surprise that it topped the UK singles chart for 9 weeks, becoming Queen's signature song. However, despite its legendary status, it never reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the US. It peaked at number 9 during its original release, but when it was re-released in 1992 after the movie Wayne's World, it peaked at number 2. It was blocked from the top spot by Criss Cross's Jump. Bohemian Rhapsody has become a timeless classic, regularly topping the greatest songs of all time lists, and cemented Queen as one of the greatest rock bands in history. Levitating by Dua Lipa featuring DaBaby. Dua Lipa's Levitating was an undeniable force in 2021, with its disco-inspired beat, infectious energy, and the added swagger of DaBaby's feature. The song felt like a celebration, and its popularity was cemented with a viral TikTok dance. It ruled pop radio for what it seemed like forever, becoming the standout track from her future nostalgia era. It was also named the biggest song of 2021 by Billboard. Despite its success, it was blocked from reaching number 1 by BTS's Butter, a song that had a huge and loyal fan base behind it. While Butter is a fun, catchy pop tune that stayed at the top of the charts for 10 weeks, Levitating had more staying power, making it one of the most memorable songs of the year, even without the number 1 title. Problem by Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea. Released in 2014, Problem marked a bold new era for Ariana. The track featured a saxophone riff that gets stuck in your head and a guest verse from Iggy Azalea and uncredited vocals from Big Sean. The song showcased Ari's powerful vocals and was her shift into a more mature pop territory. But despite its success, it never hit number 1, as it was blocked by Fancy another hit by Iggy. 2014 was her year. Fancy took over the charts with his catchy hook and glamorous music video, staying at the top for 7 weeks. It is one of those strange chart quirks when the same artist ends up competing with themselves for the top spot. But in the end, Fancy came out on top, keeping Problem from hitting number 1. Matter of fact, Ariana never had a number 1 song until Thank You Next years later. Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. Thinking Out Loud is Ed Sheeran's signature wedding song, and for good reason. Released in 2014 as the 3rd single from Multiply, the song is a heartfelt ballad about everlasting love. The accompanying music video featuring ballroom dancing only made it more endearing. The first time you heard the song, it felt like you were living with it and heard it for like 1,000 times. Despite its huge popularity, it was blocked from the top spot by Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars's Unstoppable Uptown Funk. The funky retro anthem dominated the charts for 14 weeks in 2015 and became a cultural phenomenon. Even though Thinking Out Loud never hit number 1, it remains one of Ed Sheeran's most iconic tracks, continuing to be a go-to for first dances and romantic moments. Hotline Bling by Drake. Released in 2015, Hotline Bling was one of Drake's biggest cultural moments. The song's minimalist production and catchy lyrics about a late-night call from an ex became an anthem, and Drake's awkward dance moves in the music video launched millions of memes. Hotline Bling was everywhere, and it felt like it was destined to hit number 1. However, it was blocked from the top spot by The Weeknd's The Hills, a dark and moody track that dominated the charts in late 2015. While The Hills was a huge banger, Hotline Bling felt the more memorable hit. Another reason the song didn't hit the top spot was because Apple Music did not report its video stream statistics to Billboard. If it had, the song would have surely hit number 1. It would have been Drake's first number 1 hit as a solo artist. But despite having one of the most viral songs of the year, that did not quite happen. Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. Mirrors is a reflective, emotional ballad that showcased Justin's growth as an artist. Released in 2013 as a 2nd single from the 2020 experience, the song was praised for its heartfelt lyrics and the 8-minute-long music video. It was a major hit, becoming a defining song in his career, reminding fans of the smooth R&B style that made him a solo star. However, Mirrors only peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 due to the viral sensation of Harlem Shake by Bauer. The meme-fueled track, which saw people breaking out into random dances, took over the internet and dominated the charts for 5 weeks. The main reason it went number 1 was because Billboard changed the rule to allow YouTube views in its calculations. Though Harlem Shake was a fun moment, Mirrors had the longevity and emotional depth to warrant the number 1 spot. Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa. Don't Start Now became a defining hit of Dua Lipa's career. The disco-inspired song brought the 80s energy back to the forefront of pop music. With its sleek production and confident lyrics, it was a massive hit in 2020, becoming one of the most streamed songs of the year and solidifying Dua Lipa as a pop powerhouse. However, it was blocked by Roddy Ricch's viral hit, The Box, which spent 11 weeks on number 1. While The Box had its moment with its unique beat and catchy hook, Don't Start Now has had a longer-lasting impact on pop music, influencing a wave of disco revival songs in the years to come. I know I missed a lot of number 2 hits that should have been number 1. Should I do a part 2? Tell me in the comments below.